What's up, guys? Welcome back to Daniel Talks Football right here on YouTube. I'm Daniel and we are back with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about 5 players that your club needs to sign this summer from the La Liga. We've already done this for the Bundesliga, I do believe, and we are here now to do it for La Liga. Now, before we do get into the video, make sure to like the video, make sure to comment down below, and also make sure to subscribe to the channel. Go over and follow the Instagram and the TikTok, Daniel Talks Football, on both. This video is about an hour late getting to you. I'm literally recording this at 6:35 Monday evening, so I do apologise for being an hour later. It happens, and last night I was recording a podcast which will go out on Wednesday, so that's why I didn't have time to do this last night. But we are here now to speak about 5 players your club needs to sign from La Liga, and the first one of these is Veiga. Veiga is 20 years old, will be 21 at the end of May. He's played 26 games for Celta Vigo this season in La Liga, with 9 goals and 4 assists coming from those 26 appearances. He is a Spanish centre midfielder. That's key, because we know how good Spanish centre midfielders can be. He is outperforming his XG and XA, with his XG at 5.48 compared to 9 goals, and an XA at 2.66 compared to his 4 assists. Even with these metrics, Veiga is still an incredible player. I could easily see him moving to a Big Six club in the Premier League this summer, with many of them looking for new centre mids. I believe 30 million euros is the market value by transfer market, so you're probably looking at around 40 to 45 million with transfer market, typically undervaluating players. It is also Celta Vigo though, so they're not exactly the most well-known club for selling players, so you could probably get him for around that 40 to 50 million region. With contract expiring in 2026, Celta Vigo definitely don't have to sell Veiga. However, any club who wants Veiga will have to pick him up this summer, with him being an excellent talent, and he will be on the move. Next up, we've got another midfielder, and this is actually William Carvalho. Now, Carvalho has only just turned recently turned 31. Now, that is quite old. People know I like my youngsters, especially when recommending transfers to teams. People know I will always recommend the youngster. However, I'm recommending a 31-year-old here, but there's a good reason for this, and we'll get onto that in a little bit. He's played 25 games this season in La Liga for Real Betis, while picking up 3 goals from the DM position. He is also Portuguese. He's also created a massive 15 chances this season. That is a lot of chances coming from a DM. He's been lined up with a move to the Prem for many years, with teams like Leicester, Forest. So many clubs linked in recent windows, and this could be the summer he finally does that. However, he has only just recently signed a new contract with Real Betis till 2026, so any interested club would have to splash out. However, this is an extra 3 years for a player who is now 31 years old, so Betis could possibly have signed him to that contract to try and get the most amount of money. You could probably get him for between 15 to 20 million pounds this summer, and for any club he does sign for, he would be an excellent option. If he were to go to one of the big sides, he would be a very good rotation option, and to any newly promoted or relegation battling side, he would be an excellent option. Next up, we are moving to the centre-back position with Pau Torres. Now, Pau Torres is now 26. As we all know, he is a Spanish left-footed centre-back who has played 26 games for Villarreal this season in La Liga. He's been consistently good for Villarreal for the past 2 to 3 to 4 years now. Been linked with top clubs for quite a while. We know that Barca have been linked. We know that Real Madrid have been linked. We know that a whole host of clubs in the Premier League have been linked. And there's a reason for this. He's a very good player, but he's also left-footed, and we know how much of a premium left-footed centre-backs do come at. Many clubs will be looking for left-footed centre-backs this summer, as I've said there, and Torres is one of them who should definitely be snapped up. He could be brought for possibly 50 to 60 odd million, and he would be an excellent addition to any squad at that price. Next up, and fourth on the list, we have Mamardashvili, I think. The 22-year-old Georgian goalkeeper is currently playing for Valencia. However, Valencia are currently in a relegation battle and are in financial crisis, with their owner being an interesting bloke, I think it's fair to say, and having basically driven this football club into the ground. He does have a market value of 25 million according to Transfer Market. However, this would decrease if they were to get relegated. He's got a contract expiring in 2027, so Valencia wouldn't have to sell if they stayed up. However, it does look like the player wants to move on, and it does look like Valencia will be looking to cash in on that. Leicester have been one of the clubs linked with a couple of big clubs in the Premier League like Chelsea, and I think Spurs are also currently watching him, and he is a great goalkeeper option for any club who needed this summer. Leicester met with his agent 10 days ago, I do believe, and as everybody can tell, I'm a Leicester fan, and he is a player I'd very, very much like at the football club if we were to stay up in the Premier League. And then last but not least, we have Frank Kessie. Now, we all know who Frank Kessie is. Obviously, he's 26, he's an Ivorian centre midfielder currently playing for Barcelona. He's actually been fairly average since his move to Barcelona. He started off really, really poorly, not getting the game time he deserved. However, recently he has been getting a bit more game time, and he's improved a bit. However, we all know what this player can do from his time at AC Milan, and we know how much of a good midfielder he is. Barca do have financial troubles, and that is the reason he's on this list. I can't imagine Barca probably want to sell him, but they have financial troubles, and if they're going to look to get Lionel Messi back this summer, they need to go through sort of 200 million of debt. Need to get, I think it's 194 million of debt they need to get through before they can register any new players. So 30 to 40 million could easily be enough to get Frank Kessie out of the Catalan club. He'd be an excellent signing for any Big Six Premier League club. There we go. There's 5 players that need to move to your club this summer from La Liga. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to like the video, comment down below, and also subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you all again in the next one. See ya!